guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is another new makeup Monday, and I started doing these last week. In case you missed it, I'm going to be doing hauls every single Monday, just showing you guys what's new and what's out there. And then I'm going to rely on you guys to let me know in the comments below what things you would like to see reviewed more in depth. And then at the end of the month, I'm going to do a whole roundup of all the new products and just let you know my thoughts, kind of rapid fire, like whether I liked it, I didn't like it, it was just okay. So definitely let me know. And I'm so sorry, last week I only got one review up, and that was those Makeup Revolution Jewel Collection palettes, but those are the ones that you guys really seem to want the most. That was, I think, the #1 requested item, so I will be getting back into more reviews next week. So anyway, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so first up, I got a package from e.l.f. Cosmetics, and they sent over their new Modern Metals collection, and I was super excited about this because I saw it on the Ulta website. It actually comes all together in a set for, I think, $32, but I'll link everything with the prices below. So it comes with the eyeshadow palette, the face palette, and then 2 lipsticks. Well, one's a matte liquid lipstick and one is more like a glitter lip gloss topper. So I think these are available individually on the e.l.f. website, but on Ulta.com they are just available as a set, at least right now. And I was almost going to buy this, and then I saw on my FedEx alerts that I had a package coming from e.l.f. and I thought, all right, let me hold off and just wait a minute because I wasn't sure if it was going to be this or not, and it actually was. So I was really excited, especially because I love their face palettes, and I feel like they haven't come out with a face palette in a long time. They have like the illuminating one, and then there's like the blush palettes that they have. I just love them. So this one is really, really pretty. You have highlighters along the top row here and then some blushes along the bottom row. I'm wearing this one today right here, and even though this is the darkest color, it still worked out really well for me. It blended out really nicely and it wasn't too overwhelming. So I think this palette works out pretty well for me. I think this highlighter in the center here is probably a little too deep, but the ones on either end work fine. And then the blushes, these two are great for my skin tone. And this one, like I said, I wore it today and I just put, I dabbed the brush in really, really lightly and blended it out, and it worked out great. I think the color is beautiful. So I really, really like this so far. I haven't tried the eyeshadow palette yet, but I'm just gonna give you a little close-up view of it here. It has a nice mix of matte and shimmers. When I first heard metals collection, I was thinking, oh, it's gonna be like an all shimmer palette, but it's actually not. It has a really good mix of both in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and just insert some swatches so you can see what it looks like. And I think these little 10-pan palettes are really, really nice. I enjoy them. I don't think the quality is too bad for the price. So I'm gonna have to just play with this one and see how it works on my eyes. But so far, I think the colors are really pretty. And like I said, I think the quality on these is usually pretty good. And then they also have the Modern Metals liquid matte lipstick. So I'll show you what this color looks like real quick, and I'll show you swatches of these as well. This one is a matte liquid lipstick, and then this one is, it says lip gloss, but it's kind of like a topper. It looks like it's going to be really sheer. So overall, if you guys want to see a review on this collection, or maybe just like a look with it, definitely let me know in the comments below. Like I said, today I'm only wearing the blush, but I haven't tried anything else yet so far. And then next up, I got a package from Anomie Beauty, and they are pretty new to me as a brand. They sent me a few things back over the summer, and I really didn't get a chance to play with them too much, but they're supposed to be sort of a fusion of makeup and skincare. So all of their makeup is supposed to be really good for your skin, as well as do a couple of different things, like whether it's anti-aging or plumping. And in this case, these are the Boosting Lip and Cheek Sticks. They have 3 original ones that they had sent me over the summer, and then now they have 3 new shades, which are gorgeous. I like these shades even better than the original ones. And what these are is basically just like a hydrating lip balm and a cream blush, and they have collagen enhancing actives in them, so they're supposed to plump up either your skin or your lips depending on where you're wearing them, and just add a hint of tint. The packaging is so pretty. It's like in this really pale pink color, and it feels very heavy and substantial. It just feels really high-end and nice. And I'm wearing the Orchid shade on my lips today, and it just feels so smooth and buttery. I love the feeling of these. They feel extremely lightweight too. They're not sticky at all. I've never worn any of them long enough to know if they do plump up the collagen in your lips, but I should definitely give these a good test run and start wearing them every day and see if I notice a difference. And I haven't worn them on my cheeks yet either, but They don't feel sticky, so I feel like they'll probably be really nice on the cheeks as well. I'll show you quickly just swatches of the 3 shades. As I said, I'm wearing the Orchid one on my lips today, and then there's also a papaya shade as well as a nude pink. So they're all super, super pretty. So if you guys would like to see more of an in-depth review on the products that I have from Anomie so far, I believe I have their primer, their illuminating under eye treatment, a couple more of these. I'm trying to think of what else I have. I don't know. I have a few different things, but if you're curious about the brand or want to know more about it, definitely let me know in the comments below. And then next up, I got a package from Doll 10, and they sent me their brand new Hydrolux concealer. If you guys remember, a while back I did a video on some of their products and I was super impressed. So when I got this package, and if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw me unbox it already, but when I got this, I was so excited because I've been dying to try their Hydrolux foundation. It's supposed to be like firming and lifting and sort of anti-aging, and they now have a concealer version of it. I've been using this one for the last week or so, and I am incredibly impressed with it. It's unbelievably creamy and hydrating. It dries down really nicely. It does not accentuate fine lines at all. It just basically makes my under eye area look flawless. This is what the applicator looks like. It actually has like sort of a little ball on the end of it. I don't think I have a concealer that has an applicator like this, so it's interesting, but I love how I can just kind of stamp it underneath my eye. And this is the fair shade, which they sent me fair and then they sent me light, I believe. So I'm gonna just put those on the screen. I'll show you swatches so you can see what the 2 shades look like, but light was a lot more yellow toned and I'm more pink toned, so I went with the fair. It works great for me. It has beautiful, beautiful coverage as well. It dries to a very natural skin-like finish, so it's not cakey, it's not dry, but it's not overly hydrating to the point where it constantly feels sticky throughout the day. Like, it does completely dry down. It's beautiful. I'm so, so impressed with this. I really want to try the foundation now. So if you guys would like to see a full review on this, I can definitely do that. Just let me know in the comments, because I can take some photos of my under eye area so you can really see how it lays on my skin. I can also even get the foundation and do like sort of a test on both of them and do a wear test. So anyway, let me know in the comments below if this is interesting to you. All right, so that's pretty much it for things that I got in PR this week, but I have a couple of things that I purchased as well. I grabbed this little Chapstick Total Hydration Lip Oil when I was at Target one day. They had a couple of different flavors. I think this one's called Nectar. It has just kind of like a really nice, almost like honey citrusy type of scent to it, but this lip oil is so nice. It's very thick and very hydrating. It stays put on your lips all day. And a lot of lip oils that I've tried, it just kind of feels like a super light oil and goes on your lips and disappears, and you can't feel it after about 15 minutes. So this one really clings and holds on, kind of like the Clarins lip oils that I really love. Those, I feel like they last all day. Even through eating and drinking, I still feel the hydration from them, even once the shine wears away. So this is just like that, and it's super hydrating, and I was just loving it this week. I was wearing it every single day. So if you happen to see these out and about, definitely try one if you're into lip oils, because it's super affordable and I feel like it does a really, really good job at hydrating your lips. And then next up, I had placed an order with Thrive Causemetics because I got so many requests from you guys both here and also on Instagram to try the new Buildable Blur CC Cream. And I've seen it all over Instagram as well, and I've been dying to try it. So when I was starting to get requests for it, I was like, you know what, that's going to be my excuse to try this out. So first of all, love the packaging. I love this color. This is one of my favorite colors, so I love that their whole line is this color. It kind of, you know, the shape of the tube and everything reminds me of the It Cosmetics CC Cream, and I was kind of, that's sort of what I was expecting with this. I wore it today for the first time, and it's definitely not like the It Cosmetics CC Cream. It's not as emollient as that one. It dries down much, much faster. So I'm a little bit worried that it's gonna be dry on my skin because I felt like it was clinging to dry patches just a little bit, not too bad. But I really didn't hydrate well before using this because I was expecting something like the It Cosmetics CC Cream, which gives so much hydration that I normally go with sort of more of a light moisturizer when I use that because I don't want to like go overboard with it. But with this one, I feel like I probably should have used something more heavyweight as far as moisturizer goes, or maybe even an oil underneath, because this one definitely has more of a dry finish to it. It also is not as full coverage as the IT Cosmetics, and I'm guessing, you know, it says buildable blur on here, so I figured it was probably meant to be more of a sort of sheer to medium coverage that you can build up. On the box, it says this multitasking color correcting cream blurs and diffuses skin imperfections with buildable sheer to full coverage. Yeah, and broad spectrum 35 sun protection. And that's the other thing I want to mention is this one has that like sunscreen scent to it, and the IT Cosmetics is using a mineral based sunscreen. This is the chemical one. So I'm just gonna have to play with this a little bit more, but if you want to see a review on it, let me know in the comments. I also picked up their mascara, their liquid lash extensions, and I'm wearing this today as well, and I'm not like over the moon impressed with the way that it made my lashes look. It's a super wet formula. It's supposed to be, I believe, like a tubing mascara, which is one of the reasons I purchased it, because I really enjoy the one from Joa, the tubing mascara, because it doesn't flake or smudge under my eyes at all. It's really easy to remove. So when I heard somewhere that this was a tubing mascara, I was really, really excited, but I just felt like it gave my lashes some length and maybe a little bit of volume, but it wasn't like that crazy big false lash look that I like with loads of volume and length. So I'll just have to play with this one a little bit more, but today's only the first day I'm using it, so I still have to see how it wears. So I'll keep you guys updated. Again, if you want to see like a full review on these, let me know, but I'll also talk about them in the month-end roundup and let you guys know my thoughts. But first impression wise, I feel like the foundation might be a little bit iffy for me, so I don't know, we'll have to see. Another thing I broke down and finally decided to try is Halo Beauty, and I ended up going with the Kiwi supplement. The original one sounded really good, but I heard some bad things about some of the ingredients, like the saw palmetto plus biotin. Even though it's great for strengthening your hair and your nails, it tends to break me out whenever I take biotin supplements, so I wasn't crazy about that, and that's the reason I didn't initially purchase. Even when she came out with the Kiwi one, this one doesn't have like the hair and nail benefits, but it still has the skin benefits, and I think the thing that probably piqued my interest the most is the ceramides that are in here, because I've been reading up on ceramides for skin in general, that it's great to take them because it helps to hydrate your skin from the inside out, and I suffer from extremely dry skin, especially now that we're heading into fall and winter, to the point where it's uncomfortable. Like my hands crack all the time, my feet get really rough, my knees, elbows, I'm just flaky everywhere. I mean, it's gross. So I had heard a lot of really good things about ceramides kind of replacing some of the ones that your skin is missing. When you have dry skin, you're just naturally missing some of that. So I was just interested to take it. It also has a lot of B vitamins, which I tend to be deficient in anyway, so it just seemed like something to try. So I got just the 30-day bottle. I'm actually not great at taking pills either. These aren't too large. I was trying to see if I could find photos of them. They're not like giant horse pills. They're smaller than the like prenatals that I had to take and stuff, so I think that these will be fine to take, but she did say you can open up the capsules and put them in something else too, so at least you can do that. I know some pills you have to swallow it the way it is and you can't open it, but with these she said you can. So yeah, if you guys want to see a, you know, before and after review on these, let me know and I'll take a photo today, and then I'll go ahead and take another one at the end of 30 days and see where we're at. It also says it's supposed to minimize fine lines and wrinkles and support collagen and keratin production. So in addition to the ceramide thing, it's also supposed to have some like anti-aging benefits. So I don't know if I believe that, but I guess we'll see at the end of 30 days. So I'll keep you updated. And then the next thing I absolutely had to buy, there was no way I was going to miss out on it, and that is the Colourpop Disney collection. I love Disney. I'm a huge Disney fan. Plus I love Colourpop, and it's like the two things together made it impossible to ignore for me. So this is the palette. It's absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, these colors are just so pretty, so wearable. I know I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this because I love Colourpop's eyeshadows. I love them even more than so many high-end brands. So there was no way I wasn't getting the palette. And I also got some lip products as well. I got two lipsticks, Belle and Ariel, and I ended up choosing these colors after watching Kathleen Light's video review of this collection, because I tend to like the same colors that she does, and these colors just looked so pretty on her. So Ariel is just a really, really beautiful sort of like nudie pink, and then Belle is more of a rosy pink, but Belle is probably my favorite Disney character, and Ariel comes in pretty close, but Belle is definitely my favorite, so I had to get that one. And then I got one of the lip glosses. I think I got the shade Boo. Yes. I didn't want to get them all just because I don't wear them that often, but Boo is more of like, again, like sort of a rosy mauve color. Again, just super, super pretty. So if you guys want to see swatches of this collection, a full review, let me know in the comments below. It's so pretty. And then last but not least, I picked up a couple of things at Ulta, which I kind of wasn't expecting, but I got an email that the Naked Cherry palette from Urban Decay was available for Platinum and Diamond members, so I ended up grabbing this. I'm wearing it on my eyes today, and I'm not normally a person that wears red eyeshadows, but it worked out pretty well. So here's what it looks like. I think it's pretty wearable overall, and I like that it's not like the same old oranges and browns, so the red and the berry colors is just a little something different. I used this color here in my crease, and then I used this deeper matte burgundy shade on the outer corner a little bit, as well as the deep brown. And then I used this one here on my lid, and then a little bit of this one in the center. I believe it was, no, this one. It's a little bit of like more of a shimmery peachy color, like peachy pink. So I like the way the look came out, and I don't know that I would wear it necessarily every day, but I just felt like it kind of went with the lip color, and I have burgundy in my shirt, so I figured why not. But I'm definitely going to have to play with this a little bit more. Again, if you want to see a full review or tutorial or anything, let me know. I definitely will do that. And then I also picked up 2 of the Bare Minerals Gen Nude blushes because they had a sale on Bare Minerals, so I saved $6 on each one. And I think the price was pretty much the thing that was keeping me from trying these, because so many people have told me how amazing these are. I constantly am getting people on Instagram saying, have you tried the Gen Nude blushes yet? They're so good. And I haven't, because they're, I think, $24 a piece, and there's so many great drugstore blushes that I feel like I can't spend that on these. But they ended up being about $18 each, which is still expensive, but I figured I may not get another chance to get these on sale. So I picked up the shade Pink Me Up, which is really just like a pretty kind of nude pink. And then the other one is the shade Pretty in Pink. So let me just show you that one really quick. And that one's just like a little peachy nude, and I'll show you some swatches here so you can see what they look like. So I think I'm really, really gonna enjoy these, but like I said, there's just so many great drugstore blushes that I'm not sure if these are gonna be worth the price or not. I really need to play with them a little bit more. Alright guys, so that does it for this week's edition of New Makeup Monday. Thankfully, there weren't quite as many products as last week, so it wasn't as overwhelming. But again, let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see reviews on any of the things that I covered today. And also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well so that you'll be notified of future videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.